about this might have actually been before your time on the show. If I'm not mistaken. I had an episode, I believe, that was called Operation Be Less Fat. This was a topic that I had brought onto the show about my want to get rid of some health issues I was having at the time. Uh, at the time of when I first started Operation Be Less Fat, I was at my heaviest weight, which I believe was about 311, 312, something like that. And for my height, that is extremely bad. So I was having every health issue on the planet. I was having trouble sleeping. The snoring was out of control. My back was killing me. It was causing digestive issues. I had a heart issue at one point. I had received something called GERD, which my wife to this day will never let go because it sounded so stupid, but it felt like I was having a heart attack. Like it's an intestinal thing. It's like heartburn, but like I don't know. It was different. It was like being stabbed in the chest, and then no one removed the knife, and I just kept moving about my day. So it was like discomfort, like the whole time. You ever had GERD or ever heard of GERD?
I have GERD.
You have it, like currently.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then you know where I'm coming from.
I
So
know
I was,
exactly what it is.
so I was having a lot of health issues. So we had started up the. Actually, I can pinpoint now exactly what had happened. I believe it was 2019 because at the later end of 2019 because we were kicking it up a notch. We started going to the gym. We tried to do some dieting, whatever it took to lose some of the weight. And then the pandemic hit, and one would think, oh, you're home a lot more. This is going to work out great. But I have a thing with home workouts. I don't know how to explain it, but it was working well before the pandemic because I was going to the gym. But when the pandemic hit, I tried to subsidize that by buying shit for the house. So I started getting dumbbells for the house. I had gotten these bands, the exercise bands, and I had
Uh-huh.
gotten the medicine ball stuff, the inflatable for back arching and stuff like that. And
Uh-huh.
I bought a bunch. I bought actual like gym mats. I have
Yeah.
gym mats in my house where I lay on it and do all kinds of stuff. And because I was on a roll before the pandemic, I thought that the home stuff would work out, and I realized extremely quickly, for some reason, working out at home, and I've got the music, I've got the equipment, I got it all going. Working at
It's
home,
hard.
working out at home doesn't do it for me the way that it is when you walk into that gym. There's something about the feel of being in that gym, that smell, that just everything about
Oh,
being. Well, I've had the benefit of going to gyms that were very clean. I never,
I don't give a fuck what you think it is, nigga. The aroma in gym is
no,
sweaty people.
no, I've
That's
never,
fine.
no. The gyms that I have two gyms that I pay for. One is Planet Fitness, but only because they're cheap and I can hit a Planet Fitness anywhere with my black
Yeah.
card. And
Hey, you can say nigga now.
oh, I did. I actually have purchased the black card. Yeah, you're right. I pay monthly for my black card, so I can say it as much as I want.
There you go.
I'm gonna just start walking into fucking barbershops across the nation. Hey, what up, niggas? Uh, but
Stupid.
the second one is a spot over here called Brooklyn Sports Club. It's one gym that they don't have. They're not like a franchise thing, but they have a pool. And for me, that's like my favorite workout because it works everything out: cardio, muscular endurance, everything. And it's in the pool, and I can kill it, and I can do laps for days. I'm a breaststroke guy because I just love complete, total body workout. I feel like freestyle swim is more for speed. That's like a cardio based workout. For me, the breaststroke is you take your own time and you working everything out. All the muscles are getting fucked with. So I do that for it's slower, but it's me for me more beneficial. So it was working out. But when the pandemic hit, I didn't have access to any of that shit. So I was just trying to make it work in the house, and it wouldn't. The gym wasn't gymming. It wasn't working the way that it's supposed to work. So I was
Yeah.
on and off, and I was boogieing around with my weight, and so we did a Operation Be Less Fat Part Two when the pandemic was kind of over, and I was able to go to the gym again, and it kicked up, and I was killing the gym. I was in the gym all the time. I literally changed the composition of my body. I did so well. My arms started looking fucking jacked and cut up, and the only thing everything was looking muscular, but the fat guy's suit was still in front of me because I had done so much damage with the fat in my stomach that even though like the fat distribution was going in different places from working out, my tummy was only kind of slowly doing its thing. So after that, we kind of had to how do I say this? I tried to put it into higher gear with the cardio stuff just to get
Wrong.
just to kind of because I feel like even when I do push-ups, I can do push-ups, but because I'm holding it's like for me to do push-ups, it would be the equivalent of somebody with no tummy just tying like a 50-pound weight to their waist and then telling them like, okay, now do a pull-up. I mean, do a pull-up, do a push-up. My arms, I feel like, are strong enough to do what I needed to do, but I'm carrying all this extra weight. So I'm like kicking up the cardio, doing a bunch of stuff, and it worked out pretty good. I was in really good shape, and I was doing really stuff. I was doing the manager deal with the Blood Brothers, and the joke started becoming that I was the manager, they were the wrestlers, and I was in better shape than the two wrestlers. Because we were going to the shows and they were like, "Yo, AJ is losing it in the face. He's losing it in the neck." And my shoulders started like brought out because I was doing all this chest stuff and shoulder stuff. And and they were like, "Yeah, he's doing good." And da da da. And I was like, that's when the bug got in my ear. Like, yeah, I should probably start taking bumps again. But then, as injuries come and injuries go, suffered a really bad one to my foot. Fucked the whole gym going experience up. Had to see a podiatrist and everything. We barely narrowly escaped surgery, to be honest with you. So we had a situation in the house. You remember that caveman match I had, that
Yeah.
WWX one that I sent you? That was like November. So once I had that match under my belt, I was like, "Oh, I'm back, baby. Let's go. Let's get this." And it was about a week after the caveman match, I want to say, in November, when I was in my kitchen minding my own business when I had stepped on what appeared to be a really jagged, long piece of glass.
Oh shit.
And it almost went skin to skin, like through my foot. Like it went through down into the bottom of my foot because I stepped on it with my normal weight. So it went into my foot, cut a bunch of shit up, and almost made its way out of my foot. And it was a whole fucking deal. And I already had like a callus issue. This was my left foot. I already had like a callus issue on my heel, and I was developing this callus issue on my left side. And so the only really good part of my left foot is on the upper right part, and that's the part that got jigged with the fucking glass. It appears that Alex had dropped something and thought that he had cleaned everything up. Well, he missed a piece, and it went through my fucking foot.
There you
So
go.
for those of you who are contemplating children, fuck them. Don't do that. Don't do it. You'll get stabbed for no reason. And so it fucked me up. I had trouble going to work with the foot because I do a lot of physical stuff at work and I need my fucking foot. So it was a whole ordeal. So I couldn't go to the gym with it. I was trying to supplement some upper body stuff and some ab stuff at home, and again, it doesn't hit like that. And I don't know, everything just went to shit. So all of a sudden, the snoring came back. My back's hurting again, or at least it was up until I'll get to it in a second. My back started hurting again. The tummy is having that. All the stuff that was happening before started happening again, but this time it was worse because when I got fat the first time, everything got fat together, right? So when I started losing weight, everything started losing size except my stomach. So once I fell off and my in shape parts of my body were no longer in shape, everything hurt. Knees, hips, balls, ass cheeks, fucking shoulder blades, necks, my fucking nose, ears, everything sucked because now everything is not proportionate. So if I lay on my tummy, for instance, it's like laying on top of a watermelon. Like a regular body on top of a watermelon. It's the weirdest fucking thing. So everything's out of proportion. Everything hurts. So we had to sit down, have a come to Jesus meeting about the whole situation, and we're doing Operation Be Less Fat Part 3. We already started it sometime last week. So that's been, and we've kicked it hard. So it's treadmill work, it's Stairmaster for cardio. I'm back in the pool. We're lifting the weights again. Well, I'm lifting the weights because as much shit that I've gone through with my body, all of a fucking sudden, my wife has asthma now for some fucking reason, and
Getting old,
we
man.
had to she had an asthma attack. I think I spoke about it on the show about a month ago, and she's been on a pump, this trilogy thing where she breathes it in and it opens up the lungs and stuff like that. So we've been really nervous about her exercising again. So we had a doctor's appointment for her, and they were like, "Yeah, you can. Just make sure it's light to start. Take the pump
Mhm.
before you do the actual exercises and blah 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 blah." So
Yeah.
she's been in the gym and she's been doing the treadmill work. She hasn't transitioned to any of the weights yet, and she's scared to get in the pool because she was feeling the pool before the asthma came.
Yeah, it's
So
hard. It's on a treadmill, stuff like that. I mean, I
you can
guess swimming
adjust in the
too.
treadmill. You could walk it. You
Yeah.
could pick up.
The thing about swimming is like you don't realize how hard it's kicking your ass until like you slow down.
Yeah.
Then the heart's jumping out of your chest. But yeah, if anything, it'd be good for her. Slow start, go a couple months in, see how you feel, start kicking it up. She'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're easing into it. She's doing her thing. She's trying to keep up because she's also, according to her, oh my god, I'm not fitting into my pants anymore. I lost so much weight and now I'm getting it all back. Oh, so I'm like, all right, well, do the Steve Austin, get your ass to the gym. That's it. That's all you need to do. You need some motivation. Get your fat ass into the gym. Let's go. Let's move. Pick up some heavy shit, put it down, and pick it up again. That's how this works. Repetition is the key, baby. And I found a toy at Brooklyn Sports Club. I found this machine. There's only one, and it was all the way in the back. I'm like, this must have been on purpose. Whoever the owner is or whoever the employees are, they fucking with it. They have a bike where it has a big screen in front, and they have you could do exercise,
Yep.
or you could do games,
Yep.
or you could race.
Yep.
Like,
Or you can just like go for a ride in the park and
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah. Like I said, yeah, you could just
yeah.
ride your bike like normal, and it gives you like a scenic
Yeah,
route.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, bro, this is awesome. I've been racing
Yeah.
other people before I
They're
knew,
expensive, but they that I want one
but
of those so
this
bad.
gym had it, and
Oh, the
the
gym.
gym
Okay,
had it. So I was
that's it.
on it, and I'm racing, and I didn't even realize because I'm racing, and you don't think about it because you're just in competitive mode and you're going after it. And when you hold the handlebars have the heart sensors on it to keep
Hmm.
a cat track of your heart rate. So I'm exercising on the bike, and I've got the thing on the fucking pedal, and I didn't even realize because I was in the heat of it that I looked in the corner and my heart rate was like 152. And I'm like, ooh, we up here. Let's go, let's go. And I like finished the race and I was still in the 150s. I was like, yes. That's what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know out there, you want to lose weight, that's where your weight that's where you lose your weight. At the high when you get into that target heart zone and you're in between whatever it is because there's a formula to that. I'm not going through all that shit today. Fuck it. That's
Yeah.
work stuff. I'm not doing work stuff here. This is for fun. But that's work. That's the kind of work that I do when I'm not doing wrestling stuff, dealing with that stuff. But once you figure out that mathematics and you figure out where that heart zone is and how much you want to learn, because there's different zones, right? Like for me, if I'm anywhere between like 105 and like say I don't know 120, that's like a moderate amount of like okay, I'm staying fit, I'm being healthy, I'm getting exercise in. But if I want to be less of a fat bitch,
Ooh.
130 and 150 or higher if I can get it there is not too high. Because if you start getting 180, 190, pull back, motherfucker. Because you about to blow your engine. You about to red line on this motherfucker. You better chill. Yeah, so once you get in that target zone and you can get there, the longer you're in there consistently with whatever exercise you're doing, that's where you're gonna learn. That's where you're gonna lose that weight because you're pumping, you're circulating, you're burning fat for fuel. It's like one of those old choo-choo trains with the coal engine, and when you're fucking cruising, you got to put more and more coal. Boom, that's fat. Get rid of it, burn it up. So that's why I try to stay. So The pool always does that to me. I always check my heart rate when I'm in the pool. The pool does it for me. The treadmill does it for me if I have it on high. If not, then I'm just like if I'm dead
Have
that
what
day.
on high?
The treadmill.
What do you
The
mean, like speed?
well, I usually put an incline to it, but yeah,
Yeah.
if like I'll walk with an incline.
Yes.
I'll put like a three incline and then walk. But then like when I'm
Put
really
that bitch on four, bro.
well, listen, we're
Listen.
easing back into this, right?
Put that
So
bitch on four, dog.
and then I'll do like a 2.5, 2.8 for a walk or like a fast
Oof.
walk.
Listen, that's a good speed when you going up a hill, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And then like when I'm really feeling energetic that day, kick it to a 5 or a 6 for the run, and
Oh,
just boom,
true.
boom, 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 and then dial it back when I'm being a bitch, and then
Fair
just
enough.
walk it out, let the heart rate recover before I have a fucking stroke, and then I'm back at it again. Um, I really fucking wrecked myself the other day because they have an ab machine in there, and I've been trying to kick up the ab workout, and I swear to God this happened. My wife disagrees, but I'm telling you, I pulled something. I did
Yeah,
because
one hundred
normally,
percent. I was actually gonna say that to you when as you were as you were saying that. I bet you fucking hurt yourself.
yeah, the because I do the exercise at home, right? I have an exercise routine that I do at home for the abs. It's a whole system that I've come up with that works really, really well. I get a nice tight burn. I feel great. But that's a home workout where you're using body weight to whatever you're doing, right? So it's like caterpillars, it's dead bugs, it's all these different things, side to sides for obliques. And then when I get to the gym, the gym has that machine where you sit in it and it's got the hand thing on top of your head. So you got to hold that piece and then you crunch.
Crunch, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that is weight assisted, meaning you put the little pin in there and then. So for me, because my body's so used to my regular body weight and I'm fat enough as it is, I usually do a little bit of lower weight for that. So
Yeah.
like a 40 or a 50 or something like that, and then I just kind of boom, boom, boom. I don't know what happened the other day. I was feeling myself because I hadn't. Usually I do it until I hurt and then I stop. I hadn't been hurting, so I was like, all right, cool. So I just bumped it up to like a 60, and
Because
I
you're not doing
fucking
it right, dog.
and then I came in for that crunch. I got to 30, and my stomach said, "Done. That's it. Over. Finished. I'm not gonna let you put the fucking thing down. It's gonna hurt you right now. Mid crunch. I'm gonna hit you in the oon mid crunch, right there." And I dropped the weight, man, hard. Boom, and I had a little of yelp. And everybody's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. Just chill, back up, back up. I need air. You hogging all the air. Get out of here. You being air selfish. Get away from me." And we ice packed it and all this other stuff. The next day, I worked on it again. It didn't hurt, but I feel like there's like a strain or like a pull or something happening on my left side. Today, this morning, I got up and did some stuff with the stomach, and I'm telling you, I heard it. I don't know how deep into it that pull happened, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling to my right side right here, and I gotta have a match tonight. And I'm sure if I go, hey, take it easy on my tummy, that is the first motherfucking place they're gonna hit me. So I have to play it smart here today and see what's gonna happen with that. But you got yourself a nice little setup too at the crib. You showed me you got your little bench.
You got my little bench, got my little dumbbells. Working on. I'm kind of feeling the same way as you. Like I've got the vision, but I just haven't quite yet put the practice in. But to be fair, I'm trying to recover from literally almost being dead for the last 20 years that I was just unaware of with my fucking sleep. So we've knocked that. If you know anything about sleep, 77 apnea events an hour to about 6, like a normal person.
Oh,
So
that's the
because
goal.
of that, because of that, I can actually wake up like a human being. I don't know how the fuck I. So I get why you guys were yelling at me now for my whole life about why I could never wake up. But hopefully you understand now. It's because I wake up dead. So like quite literally, I'm dead when I wake up.
you
That's
when
why it's
you
hard for me to wake up.
when you slept, you sounded like you were fighting for your life.
77 episodes an hour. So if I'm down for 12 because I'm not sleeping, you do the fucking math.
Yeah.
I'm dead while I'm sleeping. So basically, yeah, got the machine going, stuff like that. That's given me sleep
You
so good that I'm falling asleep in the middle of the day because I'm just so exhausted
yeah, because you're
from it
catching up
being that
now.
way. Right. They told me they're like, you're gonna feel really good sleep when you start using it, but you're not gonna feel good throughout your day for at least 2 weeks. So you
Okay.
just gotta keep using it because what's gonna happen is you're gonna wake up, you're gonna feel normal, which you're not used to feeling, and then more than likely you're just gonna pass out in the middle of the day because you're so exhausted from the sleep. It's weird. It's like counterproductive. So that's really putting a lot more like motivation back into me. Like I'll wake up with a burst of energy for like 2 hours, and then me and the baby go take a nap, dude.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So
Get,
yeah, I'm getting ready to
get
crank up that
down
the dumbbells
together.
and stuff that I got going on over there. So I'm right there with you. I'm
Yeah.
I'm ready to change this shit, man. I'm tired of fucking waking up like I got hit by a bus when you're really supposed to be getting fucking rest.
Well, it's also the fact that, and I'm not gonna blow you because you're on my show and my brother, but we are two individuals that work fairly hard throughout the day. So to already wake up like you're 70% through your day physically,
Yeah.
it's like you're starting from behind the eight ball. So you get
Yeah.
so used to pushing through your workday that when you start to change your body around and you start feeling better, uh, this has been my experience with it. I almost feel like I'm not doing enough now. It's
Yeah.
weird because you put all of your energy into everything you're doing, but when you have more energy to spare throughout your day, you feel like, am I forgetting something? Like I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something else, and there's nothing wrong with chilling with a full bar of energy. We usually
Yeah.
chill. We're the kind of people who chill and relax when we're dead and depleted. We don't know how to act when we're chilling and relaxing with the energy.
Right,
Because it's
right,
like
right,
you
right,
start,
right.
I start getting antsy. I'm like, I want to do shit now. It's like, all right, well, I want to move now. I didn't took all this shit off. I want to move. Let's
Yeah, it's
move.
funny.
Let's do some
It's
shit.
it's funny that you put it that way too, because that's what like people around me always like, dude, you sit around a lot? I'm like, yeah, dude, because I'm fucking tired. But
Yeah,
like when the energy hits me, I'll do everything at once.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you
Like
want to do?
so when
All of it.
yeah, when I have it in me, dude, I fucking go. And like I don't like when people are in my way. Don't stop me. I'm not trying to sit. I need no breaks. I won't normally I won't even fucking eat until it's like dinner time without even thinking about it, dude. I'll just go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, the sleep is really helping. I just started it. This is like day 4 with the machine. And like even right now, like it's
You're
you know
doing the
when we
machine
watch
now.
shows, you know when we watch shows, they do the dream thing where it's like foggy around the fucking edges of the screen.
Yeah.
Like that's how I've been living for like 20 years. So to see clear, I woke up the first night from I woke up, I looked at her, I was like, dude, is this how you live? Like, is this how you wake up? Dude, you don't know my life, bro. I got hard.
Yeah.
I got fucking hard out here,
And the
dude.
funny thing is what we don't realize because of our weight and because of the strain we're putting, we've been a hair away from a heart attack for forever
Yeah,
because
but
you're
the crazy
putting so
thing,
much
like you said
stress.
too, is like you go so fucking hard all the time, even when you're heavier. That I don't know if you get this, but I'll be blowing people away with like my actual physical strength.
Yeah.
Because people will be struggling to do shit. I'm like, dude, get the move out of the way, dude. Boom, boom, and they're like, holy shit, dude, you're
Yeah.
fucking strong. One guy was like, you hide a lot of muscle under all that fat. I said, thanks.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm
That's
naturally strong,
that's a
dude. It's just
confidence
like you don't
builder.
see it.
What
Yeah,
shocks
yeah,
people
yeah,
about me isn't my strength; it's my agility, my ability to move.
yeah.
When I'm in the ring and do stuff like that, people get like, "Oh shit!" They're like, "Oh, okay, you're
Yeah.
able to do that. That's pretty interesting." All right.
Nah,
So
it's all good. Like if I'm like right there to be on board with you myself, man. I've started eyeing sexually looking at the dumbbells in my living room
oh,
recently.
I have
Just
a
looking at it
I
like,
have a
ooh, you look,
lust for them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you kind of look a little thick over there. You know,
Yeah,
somebody put
yeah.
hands on you. You know what I'm saying? No, I've been thinking about it. So
Sexy.
yeah, I'm right
Well,
there with you,
well,
man.
that's one of the reasons why I brought it up for the show because when I brought it up on the show the first time around and the second, so this is technically part three. When I did it the first and the second time around, the reason why I felt like it worked for me is because I felt like saying it publicly puts a level of expectation, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I told people about this. If I tell people about this and then like in a month I come back and I'm either worse or the same, I haven't been doing it, that's a disappointment. Let me put in the work. So
Yeah.
it's like it kind of motivated me to not want to embarrass myself. So here I am again. Operation number 3, be less fat. We're gonna do it again, and this time I want to. The goal for me, because my wife was like, "Well, what's your goal weight?" So let's be real, right? So, um, like I said before, when I first did the operation Be Less Fat, I was about 311, 312. I had gotten down to about 285. Then I
Damn.
then I went back up again, but not. I've never been as bad as 311 again, but I did get it up to about 3 again from the 285. And I said, okay, for the second time, I said, okay, we're going to go hard. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I already said all the things that we did. I dropped down to about 275.
Mm.
And I was feeling, and that's still bad for my height, but I was feeling so different. And
Oh, I believe it.
I was like, oh, this is great. And I kept the motivation going. And then my foot. So right
Yeah.
now, not right now because we started exercising and eating and dieting about a week and a half ago. When I started a week and a half ago, I was at 298. So I was back up again. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's see what we can do. Straight diet, straight. Because the dieting for me is the hardest. I'm a slave. I am a mark. I am a butt bitch for food. I just love food. That's where my biggest hangups are. I would lose weight a whole lot faster. The way that I work out, I would
Hmm.
lose weight so much faster if I can
Well,
control
how
the
are you
eating.
doing your diet?
Well,
This is going to turn into a health pod,
yeah,
by the
it
way.
is. Well, that's part of the reason why I want to talk about it because these are the conversations to have. Because
But what's your diet looking like? Because,
so
dude, that's
okay,
an easy fix.
so for me, I'm big on caloric intake. Right, I'm big on good calories, good cholesterols. So for me, the formula that's always worked best for me in the past, that's helped me lose the weight, was I usually I stick to an 1800 calorie intake for the day.
That's a little low for you, but
I know.
okay, go ahead.
No, but that again, like I said, that's the target. If I'm being an
Well,
asshole and we're out doing something and I get the 221, that's I'm not gonna kick myself for it because
that's healthy.
I got big. If I was counting calories at the time that I was eating relentlessly and I was growing, I must have been somewhere between 3 and 4 daily. So even
Yeah, no, I get that.
yeah, so even a 20 or a 21, I'm good. But the target for me, like yesterday, I had I had a protein shake that we buy for breakfast. I have she packs me with 2 fruits, a grapefruit, and yesterday was a plum, but we change it up. And then we had I had tuna fish for lunch. I
Hmm.
had another fruit because I was feeling snacky
Tuna
after.
fish with what in a bowl?
Well, I'll have it with well, I usually have it with I'll put it in between some wheat bread, but
Mm-mm.
I'm out
Okay.
of wheat bread at this point, so
Yeah,
I
stop
pack.
buying wheat bread, by the way. But anyway, go ahead.
What's the deal with
No,
the
yeah,
wheat
no,
bread?
I'm not even talking about taste. I'm being serious. Like, fucking, you're better off eating white bread.
Well, I did
I'm
have the
being
white
dead ass
bread
serious.
yesterday.
So I'm being dead ass serious. Like, if you're going to eat bread,
Yeah.
don't eat wheat.
Why?
Whole grain, maybe, but between
Why?
wheat and bread, I'd have to double back with like more precise because we're like I don't want to be an idiot on a recording and say something false, but I do know what I'm saying as far as the wheat and the white goes. I just don't have like the specific verbiage, but there
We'll
is
come back to
something.
it.
Yeah, there's something specifically. I didn't think we were going to go on a health pod, or I would have fucking made a whole list. Trust me, dude. I sit with this shit constantly. Like if I spent if I spent the same exact time working out that I did researching about being healthy, I'd be
Yeah.
a fucking stud muffin
Look
right
at that
now. But off the top of
jacked
the
to the
head,
gills.
checkmate, you got me. I can't give you the actual facts, but it is there.
I'm
I
not
have to just
disputing
figure it
you. I
out.
was just curious what the information was. So we'll
But
come back
yes,
to it.
wheat bread is actually it's like kind of worse than just white bread. Whole grain, I think that's what people get confused a little bit.
They are
If you
different,
do,
yes.
yeah, if you do whole grain, then that's different. But wheat bread is no different. If anything, it's actually worse. I think it has something to do with the way it's broken down. I'm gonna have to double check it. But anyway, go ahead. I digress.
Yes.
Sorry, this is like something I like. I fucking love this
Yes.
stuff. Like
So
I look at it all the
yeah.
time, but I'm terrible at it. If you
So
look at
then
me.
we had the I had a chicken dinner with it was lemon chicken with string beans and what the fuck, cup of mashed potatoes, like an actual measured cup
Fair.
of
Okay.
mashed potatoes, and that was my dinner, and I didn't touch shit after. And
Fair.
my biggest problem and it's the one that I was successful in controlling yesterday. I was so proud of myself yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I was mad at myself yesterday. I was proud this morning. But my biggest issue is that even if I have my eating under control, the part where I lose all self control is after I smoke. When I
Well,
smoke,
that's tough.
when
We
I
know that you
when,
know what the answer to that is. Then.
well, no, the answer to that is to not eat after I smoke. But
No, no, that wasn't the
yes,
answer.
that's that is the answer. That is the answer. There's no
That was not the
that's
answer.
no whatever
Okay.
you're thinking is not the right
Yeah.
answer
Okay. Fair.
because
I'll take the L on this
it's
one.
not happening. But
Fair
it's
enough. Fair enough.
so what I've done is here's what I've done because I'm not eliminating that because for reasons I will not get into right now. It is a stress reliever that I absolutely 100% need. So what happens though is I factor it in. So if I've hit my meal limit for the day and then I do that, I'm telling myself don't touch anything, all right? Drink some water, go to bed, right? If I've left some room, then there's a specific like what the fuck is that thing called? The fucking are they rice cakes? What's that hard?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I
Yeah,
know what you're talking about, like the Quaker Oats
yeah,
rice
yeah,
cake.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See,
Yeah.
I'm a white cheddar guy, myself, right?
Fair enough.
So
Fair
those are
enough.
low in calorie, very low on
Crispy
sodium and stuff.
air, as some people like to
Right.
call
So
them.
I'll have a few of those, bottle of water or something like that. Kills the urge, go to bed, that type of stuff. There was one day I was hella excited because I didn't get a chance to eat pretty much almost all day. So when I
Right.
smoked that day, I was like, taste this choice, my guy. But I tried to, yeah. So a lot of people told me that too. They're like, if you're gonna smoke, you're gonna eat. No, I have to tell myself not to because I'm not
Because you're a
eliminating that
fucking
other.
psycho, though. But
I'm
that's what I mean. You're a fucking psycho. Like I don't. I could never. Like I don't have that level of fucking willpower to smoke and be like, I'm not gonna crush that bag of Doritos. It's not in me. I look at myself in the mirror and actually say, you're going to crush these Doritos and then you're going to get cake after. Like that's how it's good. Let's not waste any time. Let's enjoy every minute of our night. Let's not torture ourselves and let's just get the job done, go to bed and throw up in our sleep. That's what's gonna happen. So just enjoy it.
that's
Don't
an
fight it.
that's another thing that I didn't realize was an issue until the weight started coming back on. That apparently, if I get high and then
Hmm.
eat late at night,
Hmm.
I lose track of exactly how much I'm eating. So then I go to bed, and all that shit that I just ate starts fighting its way back up,
Yep.
like up into my throat and stuff. And you wake up like sharply in the middle of the night, like you're about to throw it all up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I
I'll get
didn't.
out of bed I'll get out of bed in stride of like a sprint to the bathroom. It's the one thing that if I do get a divorce ever, it's because of that. I just want you to know, so there's no curiosity,
Yeah.
that if ever we split, it's because I keep waking up in the middle of the night in a full sprint, breaking her sleep, which pisses her off. So yes, full sprint out of bed, trying not to throw up from dead sleep. It's the worst.
So since I'm not eating now at night, it hasn't become an issue. And I did it last night. Last night I did what I was going to do. I went and got the water. I looked at that fucking rice cakes bag for at least 45 minutes. And then I said, "No, just go to bed." And I went to bed. And that was it. So if I can keep that momentum going and keep that habit going, I should be fine. But
Yeah.
I guess because and I only really do this stuff on the weekend. I don't do it during the week. I'm too busy and I got work in the morning. I can't do it. So it's really only
Have,
a weekend thing. So if I can just
have,
keep the momentum going, should be good.
yeah. Have you ever looked into intermittent fasting?
Yes.
I feel like you're a fucking psychopath who would like I think
So
like
we
after a month for doing that for you, I think that would just become your way of life.
well it does the intermittent fasting like we what was the cutoff we gave ourselves last time? I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then don't eat again until 10 a.m. and then kick the metabolism up with the fruit, and then something else, and then throughout. The only time that I break the intermittent fasting thing again is on the weekends because
That's fine.
on the weekends, if I smoke, if I like I explained earlier, if I intend to eat something, it's more than likely going to be late because I can't smoke during the day. So it's like I'll find the time type situation. So I'll break that then. But if I either will or I won't. It depends. But I try not to, for the most part.
Yeah,
Because not the best, but the hardest part about doing this shit is the consistency of doing it. Once you develop some sort of consistency, it no longer becomes an issue. My problem is I'll get into a groove, and I'll do it for months, and then just stop. I don't know what
yeah. No, I do the
happens.
same thing. I get bored. I've chalked it up mentally to the point where I'll just get bored.
Yeah,
Like because it's work. Like it's not an automatic thing for me. That's have been my ultimate search. You know, how
yeah,
people look for the fountain of youth. I'm
yes.
the one looking for the way to be healthy in an automatic way, and it just
It's not
really it's an
possible.
effort. You
Yeah,
have to make the effort, and that's fine. Like I will make the effort, but I don't want effort to be forever. I guess that makes I don't know how to explain it without sounding like a complete pathetic lazy loser, but like I don't want to count calories for the rest of my life. Like
right,
I don't want to fucking do that. And it
right.
works. I've done it. It's awesome. I've dropped weight. I've done all that shit. But at some point I want to be done with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't want to do it again.
Well,
But that's not how it
the
works.
way that I've talked to people about it because I've had conversations with other large people like myself trying to get rid of the weight. They feel the exact same way that you do, but the counting calories and all that stuff it does stop when you hit your target. When you lose the weight down, you don't really have to do it as much again because you've lost it. It's gone. So what happens is that after you lose the weight, now at that point you're just maintaining. And when you're maintaining, you don't really do a lot of calorie counting. You don't start calorie counting again until you start to see something you don't like, whether it be now you've gotten too small or if you're starting to get big again, now you take control of it. But once you get to a weight where you're comfortable again, you don't have to do it as much.
Yeah. I mean that's the idea. But
Yeah,
oof,
for me, that's
I got too far to go, brother.
I was gonna say for me, it's easier said than done because what ends up happening for people like us who let this is years of work that's hanging off of me.
Oh yeah, dude.
So what
Yeah.
happens is that even if I'm doing it right, it's gonna take the amount of time that it took for me to put it on is the probably the amount of time it's gonna take to take it off.
Let me tell you something, dude. The heaviest I ever was 330. I'm currently bouncing between 315 and 320. I got down to 250. Hard work, grinding, studying, figuring out my body, working out every morning, all that shit. Worked so hard and threw it all away for a pork chop and some pussy. So let me tell you something.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
easily swayed.
Easily distracted as fuck.
I will throw it away over anything. I have the picture of that plate, by the way. I tease her all the time. The first time she cooked for me was the last time I was ever 250.
Damn.
I got that picture, that
And,
plate.
it,
I'll
and,
never
it,
forget it.
and I'll never forget it. It stuck
I'll
with
never
me my
forget
whole
it.
life.
Dude, that 250 gave me all the confidence to get that pork chop and pussy, and then I fucking threw it all away once I
That's
got
it. Threw it all away. It was all a ruse.
Oh my
This
god.
is not how I
I'm
look.
so glad she's out of the house and didn't hear that one.
They all stepped out.
Yeah, just now, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that is Operation Be Less Fat. We're putting it out there. We're going to go ahead and do our best to make sure that we are trying to be a lot more fit for our families and make sure we're alive a lot longer than the path that we're fucking on right now because that wasn't good. And ever since I started, even a week and a half ago, like I can already sense that there's a change in my breathing and stuff. So,
Yeah.
so that's good stuff. I know I'm gonna ruin it today by taking these fucking bumps, but it is what it is.
You know that it's all coming back to you. But didn't you know? Did you know?